Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. We are back again to talk about the structures. The other day I told you I will come up with a design. So there's a design I actually want to explain here now. This is a very simple design. It's a story building with a staircase, a hall, lecture hall, two offices, then a corridor. So in this lesson, I have the architectural design that was drafted um, to all the structural engineers, all the structural engineering students. What we'll be doing today now is to look at this architectural design, then look at the strategic points that will put our columns. That's the first thing first before you start analyzing your structure. That is, if you are using a manual calculation, you first of all identify the points you are going to put your columns. Then the point of your columns will now tell you the type of beams, the type of slab, the type of column as well. The points of the points you are putting your columns, we tell you whether the beam is a continuous beam, the slab is a continuous slab, or the load and the loading that will now be on the structure. So we'll go ahead now. Let's go there. Yes, you can see this is the architectural design. We can see the hall here. You see this office 2. This is just a sketch anyways. It's not we're not going to use this building. We are not building this structure, so it's just a sketch to actually analyze and to teach everyone the points where to put columns, the loadings, and all the whatnot. Yeah, we have the corridor. If you are approaching the building, you first access this corridor. Through this corridor, you walk to this hall. Then this is an office. Then from this office, you enter this office. Then this is the stair hall. So what this stair case is telling you is when you enter through here, you climb to access the first floor through this point. So from here now, we are seeing here, this is the ground floor. So it is from here now you now identify your points of the points you are going to put your column. So from this architectural design, they actually tell you that there's a column here, there's a column here. Yes, that's the aesthetics of the building. Well, even if there's a column here, it is the structural engineer that will now determine the type of column, the type of column, the size of the column that will be here and here. So first thing first, now what we have to do now is to identify the areas we were going to put columns. Just stay calm. Number one, this is the first point here. We are going to put our column. Our column will be here. Then the second point is here. Then the third point is here. The other point, put here, 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 Now, if you observe this span from here to here, okay, first let me put column here first. Column here, column here, then column here. Yes, then there's another column here, then there's one column here. Then if you check this structure very well, you now discover that the span from this column point to this column point, the span is 8 meters. 8 meters. For me, for the stability of this structure, everybody has their way of actually designing. You know, some will leave it and put a bigger beam. If you check this span, the span from here to here is 4.2. From here to here is 8 meters. Yes, this particular panel, if you want to leave it as a single panel, you can actually leave it because the span from here to here is not to 6 meters. Assuming from here to here is 6.5 meters, and from here to here is 8 meters, and this is a hall. You don't want columns to be there. You can do it in two ways. You say that you make this hall, this slab here, a waffle slab, or you make it a flat slab. Then if you want to also make it a solid slab, you will come to the midpoint here and introduce a column. Introduce a column here, then the same point you put a column at this point. Now, this column now, the purpose of this column is to break this span, then you can run a beam from here to here, because if it's a replica of, that is, if the first floor now is still going to be the same thing as what we have on the ground, it means from this one to here to this point, there is going to be a beam from here to here to break the span. It means we now have two spans here. So though the architect will not put a broken line, the broken line tells you it's a beam. You know, some structures, some architectural design, they will put broken line. Like this broken line is telling you that this wall is not going to continue to the first floor level, to end at the DPC. Why at the first floor level there will be a beam that will run from this point to this point, then from this point to this point. So from this arrangement, it means that this beam is a continuous beam, 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 then this beam is a simply supported beam. This beam is a simply supported beam. Then this beam is a continuous beam. So as this. So when you want to analyze this one, you can call this one beam 1. You can start by labeling them. The vertical ones, you start from there so that you don't mix everything up. The vertical one, you start labeling them. The vertical one, you can call this one beam 1, beam 2, beam 3, beam 4. Then you now come to the horizontal, beam 5, beam 6, beam 7, beam 8. All right. So thank you very much. We have identified the points of our columns. If you observe now, from here, from this point to this point is 6.8. Then from here to here is 3 meters. So you can leave it at that. It's safe. This is one panel. This is two. No, the second panel. By the time you are not doing your first floor slab, a beam will not pass through this from here to here. You now call this from here to here a panel, from here to here a panel. Then this beam continues like this. You now call this one a panel. Then this is the stair hall. So that is that for today. In our next lessons, we will now be putting the panel in, the beams. Then after then, we will now start the calculations. Thank you very much. If you understand this design, and if you want to know more, please like and follow my page. Thank you, and God bless you.